Hi, and welcome to a Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. This evening I have for you a handmade card that was inspired by my master gardener mom. This is great for all those with a green thumb. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 25 years I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles by my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. And did I say we're using the new March release online exclusives Help Me Grow bundle? And this is just fabulous. So fabulous. How about we have a look at this? There we go. And here's the QR code. So, like I said, this was just released uh, in March and fabulous. So, here's a QR code. Okay, so a lot going on with these dies. And, uh, and so, look at all the instruments you have and some cute greetings. And then it just goes off the rails wonderfully with the dies. So we've got open dies for all the images. See? But then we have the intricate dies, and we'll be using the intricate dies tonight. And whoops, this I just plopped on here. There we go. And so, like I said, we've got the open dies for all these images. Of course, this isn't pictured at actual size, so very stinking cool. And then the intricate, and then some. Well, we're going to use quite a bit of it. I'm excited to show you. So, whenever you see two products that coordinate like this, look to see if there's a bundle, and there is, because whenever there's a bundle, you save 10% of both the stamp set and the dies or the punch or whatever it happens to be. And so always look for that bundle discount because that can really add up. And I've got mine, before we move on, stored on one of these magnet cards that I get from a different company, Stampin' Storage. It sounds like Stampin' Up, but it's a different company, and they have them now for our dies that are coming in these envelopes, these long. And so when you go over there and look at the options, there's the 5 by 8.5, and it says 4SU. So you know what you're getting, so you can have them all organized. What I love is how easy it is to get the dies off, yet they're super strong. I can't shake them off. It's like, okay, that is a very nice thing. So I wanted to show you that before we moved on, because we're going to be doing a lot of die cutting. So let's see who has checked in. Oh my goodness, Miss Shirley is here. Oh, okay. She got her order today. Excited to start stamping. Yes, our new toys, right? And oh, and she loves gardening. Oh, cute shirt. Well, thank you. And Miss Carla, hello, hello. Miss Danette, Miss Adelaide, and oh, Miss Cherie is here, and Miss Robin. There we go. Oh, she loves gardening too. All right, you are all in for a treat this evening with this bundle, I tell you. Okay, and so I had a different card planned using my Layers of Beauty bundle, and the card is so pretty. And then this morning, as I was putting the ingredients together, I saw that it's currently unavailable. So I thought, oh. So, because I only like to demonstrate when things are in stock. Oh, Michelle is here. Oh, you're on the fence? Oh, honey, wait till you see this. It's so, so cute. Oh, and Miss Adelaide reminding you all to give my video a thumbs up and a share. I sure appreciate that. And so I thought, now what am I going to do? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So my mom, seriously, is a master gardener. And if you'd have to be with me for a long time to remember when I did a blog post about master gardener mom, and yeah, and some teasing that I did. And um, and so I referred to her that for a long time, but, like I said, you'd have to be with me like Miss Cherie to get that joke. But still, this bundle, because, Mother's Day is coming up, and this woman rather be out in the yard with her hands in the dirt than anywhere else. And so, looking at all this stuff, this is really pretty. And then there was a sample that I went, oh, I got to have it. So I'm pretty much recreating that sample, and you're going to be delighted with how easy it is. And the one thing that had concerned me about it was the terracotta pots. I thought that is some awful fancy sponging. I don't know that I can do that. Well, you know what? It isn't sponging. So how about we start with a whole bunch of die cutting? Look at this. These are the handles that you can stamp, and die cut and have fancy handles. You got flowers and the wood and the leaves. There's a sample there too, and just so, so cute. Yes. And this is one of those that will take you beyond just using it with this. Look at all this fabulous greenery to use on your other projects and the flowers. Okay, and this, I'm excited to show you what that is. I thought, well, why do we have a fish? Yep, that's not what that is. And this, I was sitting there looking, I thought, what in the world? And finally it's like, oh, okay, the blades. Blades. Like, okay, that makes sense too. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, so let me put this aside and grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And my mom is going to love this card. Yeah, you'll be able to, yeah, Shelly, right? Shell? Yep, yep. Yeah, that's what's so cool about the intricate dies, how we can use them on so many other things. It's just fabulous. All right. And that's why I like the new packaging. Well, two reasons. For the dies, it has all the images. Like, oh, we never had that before. But let me just set this aside for a second. How I store mine, I slip them right in the envelope so I can see the images on one side when I turn it over the actual size. Because we have a lot of die sets that include intricate dies and label dies and intricate dies. So I like to just leaf through, and I leave mine out like this. I'm not as concerned about the name of it, but I can turn it over and find the name as seeing what images I have to use with other projects. Okay, so back with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then to get to the right thickness, we need either plate number 1 and plate number 2, or a magnetic platform that I picked up on Amazon. And then regardless if you use plate number 1 and plate number 2 or the magnetic platform, you need a cutting plate, and that's a plate number 3. Oh, your real name is Michelle. Okay, and they call you Shelley, but you'll answer it anything similar. Well, I hear you. I totally agree with, just call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I swear I'm always hungry. Okay, so oh, Miss Roxanne is here. Hello, hello. And so the terracotta, I looked at that and I thought, it must have been one of their artisans who knows how to do all kinds of fancy stuff I'll never figure it out. And then I looked at the ingredients list. It's just from the Regal's designer series paper. Wow, that's brilliant. Hey, I might need these dies. That is brilliant and just made this project so doable. And so for this, we need 3. I went ahead and, just save time. All right, so we've got 1 pot, and everything about this is incredibly fabulous. Okay, so here is some old olive, and these are 3 leaves. So the rough, that's the cutting edge. We place that down. All right. Well, so my name is Shelley, but it is Shelley. My dad says if you're going to call her Shelley, my mom wanted to name me Michelle and call me Shelley. Name me Michelle, yeah, and call me Shelley. He says if you're going to call her Shelley, name her Shelley. So it's Shelley. All right, and then this one, and this is some mossy metal cardstock. Trying to do a few things at one time, which is kind of cool. And then some soft suede cardstock and the handle. There we go. And I just thought this was going to be so fussy and take forever. It didn't. Not at all. All right. Okay, but we're going to be doing more than this. That's for doggone sure. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so it embosses a rim, but then you have this so you can tuck things in. Like, oh, so cool. All right, and then right back on here so I don't lose any. All right, and look at this. Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine does such a great job. Most of the time things just fall out, and that's really intricate. Isn't that pretty? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, and so we'll need 2 of those, but I've got the second one cut. And you know what? Tomorrow, when my video's done uploading to HD, I'll have a link to my blog post with all of the measurements. And the handle, oh, love it. Okay, need 2 of those. Put this back. And, oh my goodness, I put away the old olive. I do need to go grab my old olive. I truly thought I had everything. I thought, no, you've got it, girl. And I had some extra time. And these, you know, they're all together, but they die cut separately. Okay. And then we have it for the green. We can go ahead and do that. And I do need to go grab some old olive. I really thought I had every doggone piece out here. Okay, so we've got this. And what I thought was a fish until it finally dawned on me, and I'll show you about that, on some basic black. And then the flowers. Now in their sample, they did pumpkin pie. And I thought, no, this is for Master Gardener Mom. I want to do pink. And all the colors were warm. So I stayed with a warm pink, this Flirty Flamingo. Oh, you were named after the Beatles song. Okay, that's pretty cool. And I was named after Shelley Fabares, you know, from Coach, but that wasn't then. I'm a lot older than that. And then these flowers. Now these will stay grouped. And, excuse me, while I grab my old olive. I had a feeling, you know, I thought, no, you've got them all, but if you need to, you'll just go and get it. And sometimes I find that I cut it and stuck it back in my envelope trying to be nice and neat and clean. Not this time. Okay, let me just trim a piece. It won't be so lovely. Okay, and all right. Fantastic. Okay, and let's do this. All right, and then there is another part that's important. Okay, and our flowers. All right, that one stayed in. Let's see if these pop out. Fantastic. And then we have the fun of just building it all. There's very little stamping to do. Very little. Let me grab my take your pick tool. Like I said, get that right back on the... Because this looked like the fish that you put on your car. It really does. That just cracked me up. Especially when I figured it out. Went, oh, duh. Okay, and these just are coming out for us. Now this one came in 2 different little groups. Okay. And probably only needed, there we go. So, I mean, the card sample, if you go look at theirs, in the pumpkin pie is actually quite lovely. It was just, you know, thinking about who was getting it. And I thought, you know, not that she, I just thought she would prefer pink flowers, and it feels a little more springy to me since I'm, you know, Mother's Day. Okay, and so we've got those. All right, right back on here. And then this part is really cool. And so what I have here is some early espresso cardstock. I'm going to turn it like this. And then we have this die. Well, this is our dirt. Oh, yes, I do have a beautiful storage area. Okay, look at this. This is going to create the edge for the dirt, stinking cool. And so for this, we need 3 of them. I wasn't thinking when I first did it, I just, you know, how you just put everything in the center. do them different, go from one side, go to the other, one centered. So I did, since we needed 3, I did 2 ahead of time and did like I just showed you, one end and the other. So you have some different, um, you know, the oh, not the hills, but you know what I mean. The little drop downs and pickups are scattered, not all the same. Okay, I believe, no, we're not. We are not done die cutting. I just realized I've got another piece. Let me take this off and show you. But again, boom, right back on your magnet card. Last thing you want to do is lose a die. Can you see that? That is just so stinking cool. I'll show you in a minute, because if I just pull it up, the camera goes a little insane, too close to it. And then some cloud cover. And, speaking of, we've got in colors that are retiring. And at this point, since it's getting so close to the end of a catalog, could wear out. The little pick, how cute. All right. And a cutting plate. And I truly believe this is it. And then all the fun of building it. And Miss Cherie's just going to have to get over here so we can play with this and do some stamping with it and all that. But and I'd been wanting this card was what took me over the top of like, oh yes, I absolutely have to have this now. And but I want to play, and I want the different colors for the handles and lots of fun. Okay, I'm not getting things back where they belong. There we go. At least everything's stuck down, so I won't lose anything. Okay, so now let's bring all of our pieces in. So I did, 2 of each, because I thought, well, just so it would go a little quicker. Good, good, good. And all right. And our terracotta pots, look how fabulous these are. And they just look so realistic. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. Aren't you just thrilled to find that out? That's how they did this. So let me grab my Stampin' Seal. Well, now, I'm going to say, though, go ahead and pick up the Regal's paper, because we don't tend to keep the same stacks. So if they change them, you're going to want some of this terracotta to have on hand. You know what else I want underneath me? Here we go. My silicone mat. Okay. I just thought, yep, if I get these all full of adhesive, then I can just build, build, build. And for the ones I had done ahead, I went ahead and put adhesive on it. Okay. So exciting. Did you check out all the online exclusives that were just released? We've got so many great things, this just being one of them. So you absolutely want to check those out, because you're missing out if you're only looking at what's in catalogs. Because 3 times a year, actually more than that, but 3 times a year we have just online exclusives. And the other 3 times they come out with a catalog. Okay, we've got this ready in case we need it. And then, oh, here we go. We're not done with our dirt. Let me pull in closer now so you can see. Oh, I know, we're not done die cutting. How cool is that? And so it just cut right in there, and you've got the different mounds. Like, oh, cool, cool, cool. But you know what? I need the tools. I need the tools. I've got my silver still sitting here. I need this one and this. So we'll grab this back. All right. You know what I need to do is go and put in for my Layers of Beauty to get notified when it's back in stock, because that card turned out so pretty. So, so pretty. Whoops, let's turn it this way. I'm right-handed. I prefer my handle right with me. Okay, and so so I've got the silver foil sheets, and I had those out because I used them on my Layers of Beauty card, and this just makes it. So here we go. One handle. There we go, or the tool part. All right. Now I believe we truly are done. Oh, wow, Miss Roxanne emptied out her craft room and reorganized, and your husband helped? I can't see. Well, now he certainly can't, but when my husband was here, I can't imagine him doing that. But if I asked, that's really awesome. Aren't these cool? Oh my gracious. You know, it's just like little miniature clothes, right? You know, the baby clothes, oh, especially the stuff for the girls. Oh, irresistible. And this is giving me that feeling. It's like, oh, so cute. Baby anything. As I get excited and hit my, oh, there it is. It just fell right out. Didn't even need that. Okay. All right, so let's come back with the adhesive. And just get it all ready to go. Okay, and I interrupted myself because we do have a little bit of stamping to do. So I usually put my finger where there are some ridges there. Okay. And let's grab these. The dirt. Oh my gracious. And so I am using the Early Espresso Classic Stampin' Pad. Pick this up. I know these dies are awesome. And I've got this mounted on a clear block C. So comfortable to hang on to with these grooves. Okay, so we're going to tap and stamp across and fill this in. So that tone on tone, it's subtle, but wow, it makes a nice, it really makes a difference instead of just plain. And then with this up here, I don't know if you have to, but why not? I can't wait for my mom to see this. Okay. And one more stamping in our pick. My mom does stick those in. I don't know if it's for me or her. I am not a master gardener at all. My mom is amazing. My house is where houseplants come to die. My flower bed. Yeah. She's amazing. She has things that bloom from spring all the way until the snow starts covering it up. About all I do is get out there and weed something once in a while. Okay, so they used thanks that comes with this. Hello. I just love hello, thinking of you, any of that, because then it's universal. I mean, with hello, this still can be a Mother's Day, birthday. It could be sympathy. It could be anything. I don't know if I told you, I use tuxedo black. And that showed up really well on the cloud cover. And so for our card, here's this paper. Does that look familiar? It's like, oh, so this is the, is it Beautiful Gallery? Yep, Beautiful Gallery paper. And so you think of it for all those scenes, but there are a lot of very nice neutral backgrounds to use for other things. Of course, I'm showing you all the scenes. How about if I turn like that? Isn't that pretty? That would. And the scenes are gorgeous, but it's nice to have something else to use too. And this came from here. Anyway, the Beautiful Gallery. Chances are really good that it will retire. And so I have this on basic white thick cardstock. So I've got a nice sturdy base. And let's go ahead and start building our scene. Okay. All right. And I don't want to see any white. So when you do this, when you're going edge to edge, you have to make sure you cover everything up. It takes a little bit. See, okay. Come up here just a little bit. It was really close, just barely off. All right, and now our ground. So what we will do is put the adhesive along the bottom because we are going to put things in the dirt. So we're stamping and playing. Like, yep, let's play in the dirt. And this doesn't get under my fingernails, so that makes me all kinds of happy. And yesterday was 60. Okay, I'm in northern Michigan. 65 degrees, sunny. And for early March, that's not normal. And it's not going to last. So I was out working in the yard so happily. So this one, let's go all the way to the bottom. Again, we don't want to see any white. There we go. And then we'll build these. Yeah, this one's different. I want to tuck that in. Very, very nice. And there we go. How cool is this? Our layers of dirt. All right. This, I'm wondering if I turned it the wrong way. I had this cut right to the, okay, you want it to, and that guillotine cutter I've shown you in the past, I will be using this to clean up my edges because I just can't handle anything hanging over. Actually, I think I turned it the wrong way, perhaps. Anyway, we will need to clean that up, and I'll show you my other sample. This should be, actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab it because I can't handle it. Stampin' Up used to carry this, and then I found it on Amazon for you. And if you want, I've got that QR code. Let me come back out. Here we go. And clean up those edges because anything hanging over, that's just not pretty. And I really like this I just trim the smallest amounts with it. And look at that, clean that right up. Okay. This was not planned, but it was just going to distract me. All right. And then sometimes after I'm done, just go ahead and put it in. And so you can go through up to 10 sheets of cardstock with this. There we go. Because it was just going to distract me, and I would have kept stammering into my craft catcher. Here we go. Kept stammering as I'm trying not to let it bother me. Okay. So very cool. Look. Put these right into the dirt. And then it has the opening that we can stack them. All right, not really ready for that, but I just had to show you because this excites me to know, and I think it's so cool. But we need to put the greenery on. But how cool is this? All right, so let's take these off. We know about where they're going. And let's press down, but not press hard so we can rearrange if we need to. Okay. And then over here, did I get adhesive on this one? No adhesive on there. But those stacked pots just tickle the snot out of me. Okay, and a little bit right there. Okay. All right, and here this is. No adhesive. Okay, I must have gotten distracted, huh? That I didn't get all the adhesive on. Okay, let's just lay our pots here and see what we think about our placement. Yeah, I'd like this a little bit tighter in, but it's fine. You know what? Okay, so let's get this down into the dirt. That getting it into the dirt is just what makes this card. Uh-oh, don't do that. Okay, yeah, with adhesive on there, don't do that. This one is tilted. And you know what? We'll just glue it down. And let's get a little bit of adhesive on there. That wasn't ideal. I didn't do that well doing the other, but then, you know. Okay, it'll be just fine if I can hold it down. Cute, cute, cute. Oh my gracious. Okay, so we got all this good greenery. Now let's play with, we got our handles. And I got to show you what I did. Because again, I was looking at their sample. And, oh, this one has some adhesive. Their sample had, I'm trying to think, I'm sorry. A rope, right? A string hanging on it. And so I got out my baker's twine, and it's here somewhere, and fed it through and got it. And actually, it took me 2 times because I had to do it longer because it was just really short and it just looked so cute. Thought, well, I absolutely need to do that. All right, I'm trying to leave some of the handle showing. And actually, I'm not seeing it right now. That I saved it to show you. So you could do the real thing. All right, I'm just not seeing it. But that's what this is. Well, oh my goodness, that's so clever and so much easier. Okay, so I got to get this on here straight. I could see the silver, and of course, that's not making me happy. All right, and so this went through, and I thought, how did they do that? And I just gave up. If there's some really clever way, I didn't see it. So I just took my paper snips. Well, actually, my wannabe paper snips, the cutter bees, since we don't have paper snips anymore, and fed it through like this, and a little bit of adhesive. I'm like, okay, there we go. A lot quicker than me trying to tie a knot. A lot quicker and so clever. Such a nice little touch that they added on here. Okay, and this, I need my handle that right now I'm not seeing. You know, the spade. I had the spade, and I know I die cut it, and we saw it. I think things might be sticking somewhere. Okay. Are we having fun yet as I'm tearing things and forgetting things and now not, losing my mind? Let's go ahead and put this on. I did this absolutely last and was wishing I hadn't done that. I may just pull it off of my other one. If you see the spade, please tell me. Okay. And this went down into the dirt too. So cute. And actually, I really would like There we go. That looks more realistic. A little bit covering it up. And in this, I want a couple little mini Stampin' Dimensionals because as I'm building all of this up, it's higher than the other. Still looking around for that spade because I do need it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to stand up and see if I dropped it somewhere. This is crazy. But welcome to my world of not being able to find things that are right under my nose. Okay, I showed you this paper. Did I pick it up with that? Not that I see. Okay. All right. We'll just rip it off of this one. I just took it off my sample card. And this one goes all the way. Oh, I need a little bit more adhesive. There we go. Now this one went all the way, and I just lost that. I promise when you're making, oh, thank you, Miss Shirley. When you're making it, and not, with an audience that I adore, because I start making mistakes, then I get more and more nervous. There we go. Okay. It's adhesive on here. Some more. So this this was laying here. Cute, cute, cute. Staying in my, right? It has to stay on my canvas. And this isn't quite how it was. And you know what? I just tore my sample. There we go. Oh, I think this was it. There we go. See, I just tore my sample apart, so I can't be sure. Okay. Now, once I put it on my sample, this did not come off. Everything was just hunky-dory. Okay, so after watching me when you make yours and it goes a lot simpler. All right, so now we want some of our greenery into the dirt. Doop. And the old olive and mossy meadow really are very nice together. I thought I got adhesive on all of these. And pick that up. And there you go. Very nice. And, yep, this has adhesive on it. Some old olive right in here. And then this part's really cool for this pot at the top. We're going to use 3 of the mossy meadow. I just love how we can get down into the pot. So clever. Just by making a little slit. An old olive in the front. So this is just really a nice full pot. And then our flowers. And again, below the rim. Press all of those down. How cute is this filled with, a flowering plant? Cute, cute, cute. Oh, I need to come in for you. I stepped out so we could die cut. I have some flower along here. tucked in. There we go. And then a couple more. So hopefully, like I said, I think I only drop her a quick second, and that you can see my finished card. You could. Lovely, lovely. That is a mirror. So, okay, well, thank you. I'm sorry that it was me. Oh my goodness. Once things start going a little bit haywire, they just tend to keep going haywire. But uh-oh, I'm losing my. Oh no. All right, are we back? Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened. It's connection. Hope you for spending some of your time with me. I just this Pro bun so sweet and awesome. Are we back? Okay, my connection is dropping in and out, so let's make this quick. For the technical difficulty, but I appreciate you to help and